commandments. Why? Man can't tell me nothing about this coke. Can't tell me nothing about this crack. This weed.
Alright, what's up, guys? Back with another one. I know it's been a little bit since I've been on here. Just been taking care of life stuff, being a dad, trying to get back in shape. I was getting a little bit of a dad bod, so I had to get back in shape and stay fit because as a dad, sometimes we let ourselves get out of shape and stuff like that. But I feel like it's always good to come back and start working out, get yourself in shape, make sure you're strong, because you having a gun is one thing, but being in shape and having a gun is a totally different other thing. So, anyways, guys, back with another one. Like I said, I did want to talk about the Glock 26 real quick because I've been seeing the Glock 26X that might come into existence. So, I've been carrying this gun a lot lately, especially now that it's summer. I've been really carrying this gun a lot in the little holster that I got, which I got it right over here. Show you guys real quick. So very minimalist setup. Been carrying it like this. Then I got my little 10 rounder with the pinky extension, and then I carry the spare mag around the side, which holds 10. So this has been my go-to setup lately because, like I said, it's been very hot, and I don't really want a whole setup something like this. Covers a lot of the body. I still do carry it, but not as much as I've been carrying my Glock 26. So carrying this gun is very concealable. I'm still able to quick draw pretty good. As you can see, it has no optic, no light, so it's very comfortable to carry. As long as you got a nice belt, very nice setup right here, and I like it. So been carrying this gun a lot, and then this gun as well. I've been carrying a lot. I just swapped up the TLR7. It had a Surefire X300 on here, so I put a TLR7 X sub, and I want to get a holster for this one, and I want to start carrying this one like this because lately I've just been more about being comfortable. Like I love my X300s, and I think personally they're the best weapon light because they're like high grade material, and they're right up there with Streamlight, but I feel like Surefire's got a little bit of an edge. But when it comes to carrying every day, lights like this were intended for you to conceal carry and be comfortable and still have a weapon light. So I want to get probably like a holster like this, but obviously since it's not gonna have a Surefire, it's gonna be way shorter, so it's gonna cut off right about here, and I think it's way more comfortable to carry like that instead of having a gun. For example, we have my Walther PDP with the Surefire on it is a little bit. I mean, it's manageable. You could carry it because I've been carrying my guns like that pretty much um 90% of the time. But now that it's summer, I'm just noticing like I'm sweating more. My shirts are getting stuck up. They're sticky, and I just want something like more slimmer. I want something that's more comfortable that I'm able to bend down because this is a great option in the summertime. But it just holds 10 rounds in the 26. So the 26X, oh yeah, like I was saying, the 26X is basically what I've seen is a little bit of a bigger grip. The slide I believe is the same. All right, guys, real quick, I want to show you this Onion safe that they just sent me. It's a brand new release that they just made, so I think it was pretty cool. It's a unique design. You get to put two mags over here, just like this. So the way it works is you grab your gun, make sure you're nice and empty. Literally just put the gun right in, and then you're gonna hit lock. So now the gun is locked. You can't go anywhere. The way it works is that when you press the lock, there's two little like metal hooks that hang onto the trigger guard, and it locks it in place. So there's no way it's gonna come out. There's no way somebody can just come and pull your gun right out. The only way for you to take the gun out is by putting your fingerprint on locks, or I'll show you guys over here what happens when you press the lock. So those two little hooks right there hang right onto the trigger guard. So there's no way it's gonna be moving, or like I said, nobody's gonna be trying to taking your gun out. So you open it by fingerprint, or you can open it manually. There you go, unlocks. Lock it again, fingerprint, unlocks easy. So very unique little safe. This is more of a one that you're gonna mount like under a table. Right here, you get your little mounting holes. It does come with screws, so you're able to screw wherever you want to mount it to. And you know, like I said, it's designed for like a wall or under a desk, or even in your truck. It probably could work in your truck too if you mount it on really nice. So very unique design, feels very good quality. Um, I definitely recommend it. I like this one way more than the other one, only because it's nice and sleek, and you know nobody's ever gonna suspect that you're gonna have a gun under a table. You know, it's not really common for people to really do that. At least I think so. I think it's a very good design. You guys should try it out. I'm gonna put my link in my bio with my discount code, and you guys will get 20% off. So if you're interested in this product, go check them out. And back to the video, guys. But they do have an optic cut, and I believe they have a rail. Not too sure, but I think they have a weapon light rail, so you're able to mount like a TLR 7, and it's kind of like a better. It's kind of like a mix between a 43X and a Glock 19. So you get the size, the dimensions of a 43X, but you get the width and the girth of the grip of a 19. So I think that gun's gonna be a hit because it's kind of like a hybrid between the 19, which is the most popular concealed carry gun, and the 43X, which is up there with concealed carry. So I think the 26X is gonna be a hit for Glock, um, and I'm probably gonna end up getting it too. So if I do get it, I'll still hang on to this one because honestly, man, I love this gun. I think it's a very good gun. For what it is. It's a small ass gun, but I think it's a very good gun because you could conceal carry this. You could shoot it very nice and flat. I remember shooting it next to my Prime over here, and it shot very comparable to the Prime. So, and like you wouldn't think, right? Because like looking at the 26, just stock, plain ugly little gun. Now you got this gun, the nice slide serrations, the grip, the compensator, and they shot very comparable. So the Canik Prime did have a little bit of an edge, but 26 was right there. It wasn't far off. And like I said, for what it is, for this little package, no compensator, no optic, no light, it was shooting hella good. So I do like this gun. It's gonna be super hard for me to ever get rid of this gun because like I have been contemplating, getting rid of some guns to get more ammo, especially now because all the stuff going on in the world. I'm pretty sure you guys heard about it already. So um, having more guns with no ammo is kind of pointless if you think about it, because an empty gun is basically like a stick. You're not gonna do anything with a gun with no ammunition in it. So um, I think the training and the ammunition right now is very important, probably more than ever. So I have seen ammo in the stores gone up too in price. The other day, like I went to go get some blazers, and they were up $1 for your standard, 115 grain, 50 round pack. They were up $1, so they were like 14.99. But people are probably gonna, companies know what they're doing when stuff like this happens around the world. Um, company know companies know that like people are gonna start stocking up on ammo, and obviously that's what I was there to do too. I was trying to get some ammo to stock up on because, like I said, having all these guns but with no ammo, I do have a decent amount of ammo right now, self defense rounds, but I want to get more FMJ ammo just to have, those cheaper. And if something were to ever pop off, I mean, hollows and FMJs don't really matter anymore. A round is a round. So, um, still thinking, like I said, might trade one of my guns, and the one I'm probably thinking is the Prime. Even though I like this gun a lot, guys, like I preach by this gun a lot, and I think this is the best gun Canik's ever made. Um, this will probably be the one that I would sell and just stock up on a lot of ammo. Only because it is a decent gun compared to everything else, but um, like the Walther PDP, I still think is better in terms of shooting ergos. And this one has an optic. This one ended up selling the optic, but this setup right here is like perfect for duty use and some shit were to pop off. This gun's set to go. Got 18 rounds in here. You got a perfect gun right here for battle. This is a good setup right here. So I wouldn't get rid of this gun. Got the SCS on there with got 3 reticles. So it's a green dot too, which I love. I do like green dots a little bit more than red dots. Now that I've been shooting a lot more and I'm starting to, you know, um, have my opinion towards optics and stuff like that, I feel like green dots are a little bit better. But this is a perfect setup for, this is a duty pistol, right? This is a fighting pistol. So not too much of a carry pistol, but, this is a perfect setup. So I wouldn't get rid of this. Now this over here is obviously meant for concealed carry. Holds 17 rounds, which is really good, but um, I won't be taking this to a fight if I know something's popping off. I'm not gonna be grabbing the MC9 Prime. I wouldn't even grab the 26. I'll probably have this one in my pocket, but I definitely won't grab this one. Um, this one, I'll grab this one probably, but it won't be my go-to. You guys know already. My go-to would be the 19 over here. Simple, simple ass gun. Simple gun right here. It's ready to go. Every time you press the trigger, it's gonna go bang. So a lot of rounds is very necessary if you have a lot of guns. But like I said, do you really need all those guns? Like I've been wanting to come on here and talk about that. Like, is it really worth it getting the next big thing, the next release? I mean, I don't really think so. Because at the end of the day, there's always gonna be something out there that's better, that's better, that's better, that's better, right? But once you find a gun that you love and that you're comfortable with and that works, all the other guns, I mean, it's kind of pointless of having. Like, yeah, there's always gonna be something nicer, right? But if you got a gun like a Glock, for example, that works, you're comfortable with the platform, right? It does what it needs to. I mean, then that's all you really need. All you really need is a lot of ammunition and training. That's probably more important than having 6 to 10 guns that you're not even gonna use. Honestly, I mean, it's nice to have them, yeah. Like, I love having my little gun wall set up with all my pistols, but I think about being practical and like what's this pistol for? Like, what am I gonna use it for? And like, I kind of like stepped away from the YouTube for a bit, and I was just doing my everyday thing, not even thinking about guns too much. Still carrying every day, but not really spending too much money on guns, upgrades, stuff like that. And the gun that I saw myself carrying the most was this gun, the Glock 26 Gen 5. And if it wasn't that one, if I was going, somewhere late at night, it was this gun. So this is a 19 clone with a compensator. So it was these 2 guns, and then here and there it was my 19. But like I said, it was these 2 guns that I was mostly carrying. So, and these were practical. They're practical for me to carry. If I don't want to carry something too big, I literally just put this little gun on, put the holster, then I have a little gun, nice, comfortable. I still have a firearm on me, um, but it's not gonna be weighing me down or being uncomfortable. But like I said, if I'm going somewhere that I know is like it's a little bit more risky or nighttime, I take my 19 clone because I just like to have the extra rounds in there. So 17 rounds in there, and then I had my sidecar on the side. So that's what I think is good. And like I said, the Walther PDP, um, for like if something were to pop off, especially like I said, what's going on now, I'll grab this Walther PDP too. You know, this is a package ready to go. Not the best concealed carry, but it's like I said, duty rated, ready to go pistol. As long as I pick this gun up and I rack the slide, it's gonna go bang too. Walters are really good. You know, I kind of underestimated this gun a lot, but you know, shooting it, I think like 2 weeks ago, I was shooting it. I didn't record footage on it, but I was shooting the gun, and it is a good ass gun. You know, I thought it wasn't as good as a 45, but it is a good gun. So I do like the ergos, like I said. The trigger is crispy as hell, and it's a good gun. So I wouldn't get rid of this gun either because I really like this Walther PDP, and I've been having my eye on it for a while before I picked it up. So it's not a gun that it's a gun that I got because I wanted to. You know, it's not a gun that I got because of YouTube. Because the guns that I get for YouTube, I mean, yeah, I kind of like them, but I'm not getting them because I want them. I'm getting them because I want to push content for you guys and do reviews on it. So this gun, I got it because I wanted to get it because I like the look and I like the ergos of the gun, and I heard very good reviews of this. So it's just staying in my toolbox. Glock 26, definitely staying in my toolbox. Freaking love this gun. You know, it was it's funny because when I was seeing this one on the shelf in the store, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, the 26, is it really gonna be a gun that I'm even gonna carry like that or use? And now it's become one of the guns that I go to the most. So I like that because a gun that I didn't really think was probably just gonna lay around and collect dust is one that I go to the most now. So definitely love that 26. It's staying in my toolbox forever. And then my build, my SCT 19 is definitely a good ass gun too. So got the 15-pound rating compressor in there, as you guys can see. I don't know if it's gonna focus right now, but 15-pound compressor. Got a little comp up here, TLR7, and it's a nice compact gun. I put this extra little grip tape back here just so I could get more grip on my hand, and it's been working very good. So nice, simple. That's the thing about carry guns, guys. Got to keep it nice and simple. And as long as you have ammo and you start training, then you should be good. But that's what I want to come on here and just talk about a little bit with just ammo and guns, because sometimes we think that having more guns is better, but actually just having more ammo and training more is better. Sometimes we get carried away with just buying gun after gun after gun after gun, and then we forget that we need ammo with it, right? Like, we need to train. If we don't train with our carry guns, we're not gonna be good. Doesn't matter what gun you have. You could have the most expensive gun in the world and shoot like shit, or you could have this gun, the Glock 26, and shoot better than a guy with a staccato because you train more than him. You could become super good with a gun like this as long as you train with it. But I don't know. I just been like, I stepped away from the gun stuff for a little bit, and I was just being more practical and just thinking like, damn, like I was really just wasting my money so much on guns, 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 when I should have just kept buying more ammo. I would have had tons of ammo by now if I would have invested all that money into ammo instead of new gun releases. But I was just pushing content for you guys and stuff, but I want to get more into the training and ammunition side of stuff now, and I just want to be proficient with all my pistols, especially the ones that I carry. So the 26, 19 SCT 19 clone, and then my 19. So those are the ones that I mostly carry. With the 45, with the ramjet over here, I already know that this gun, I'm super proficient with this gun. Like, I'm not worried um about needing to train with the 45. This is the gun I shoot the best in. So um yeah, this is basically my competition type gun. But other than that, the other guns that I carry every day are the ones that I just really want to train with and get very proficient, because these are the ones that you carry. So it's important to be proficient with the ones that you carry and not just shoot the ones that you like. So That's pretty much it, guys. Just want to come on here and talk about that because I know a lot of people that just waste their money on like the newest things because that was me too. I was just, wasting hella money on the new guns like this Prime over here, and I should have just kept buying ammo. Just ammo, 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 and training. Ammo and training, stocking up is the best thing to do because you don't, like I said, you don't want to be, stuck with all these guns and they have no ammo. What's the point of that? Like, you might as well just, you're better off with this if you needed a fight. Because this, with no ammo, does nothing. So, you know what I mean? So, uh, you know, all that being said, I'm probably gonna go to my store and just stock up on a lot of ammo. Like I said, I'll probably get rid of this Canic Prime. Not gonna lie, but I mean it's a good gun. It's definitely a super good gun. But I mean I'd rather have a lot more rounds. I'd rather have like thousands of rounds and know that I'm set if anything pops off or if I need to go train or make a video or whatever. I'd rather have all my ammo instead of having 6 guns um that I barely even shoot like that, because I already know which ones I like shooting the most is this one, my 45, and my 19. Then these two are the only ones I don't shoot as much, but I want to start shooting them way more, especially my 26, because that's the gun that I've been carrying a lot lately. So that's what I think I'm gonna do, guys. So if you think about getting another gun, I think you should double think it and ask yourself why. Ask yourself, do you really need that gun or do you just want that gun? Because you know 9 times out of 10 it's just gonna be you want that gun. You don't need that gun. Like if you need a gun because you don't have one, you're gonna get a Glock, something that's reliable, simple, and it's gonna do what it needs to do. But if uh if you're thinking of getting a new gun, just think about it. Be like, should I get more ammo and then go to the range more and train more, especially right now, or should I just get another gun just to have it, in my gun wall or in my safe, just to say that I have it. So it's up to y'all, but I'm starting to think more practical with this gun stuff, and you live and you learn, right? I wasted like thousands of dollars, and I started this channel, and now I'm gonna start cutting back on that because I don't want to have all these guns and no ammo. So definitely gonna start posting again, guys. I know I've been off for a bit. Like I said, I've been training a lot, got my body back in shape, and I'm proud of myself because I let myself go for a little bit, and I want to keep going. With the training and stuff, just keeping my mind right, my body healthy, for me, for myself, and my family. So, like I say, guys, if you guys don't train, you should probably train too, because being strong, being athletic, and having one of these, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna, defeat anybody um that tries something with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, there we go. I'm gonna start posting a lot more. Like I said, but I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.